If you're like one of the thousands of people that might be hitting the road the Memorial Day weekend but would like to try something new, Travel Michigan has some great suggestions for you. Joining me now in studio, Dave Lorenza, Vice President of Travel Michigan, joining us to talk a little bit more about Michigan's hidden gems. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be here. Always great to talk about Pure Michigan. And at this time of the year, everybody's heading out. Everybody's going to want to go to those places they know very well, the Traverse Cities, the Mackinac Islands, the Detroits, and of course here in the Grand Rapids area. But the cool thing about Michigan is we're so diverse. We have so many different places, different communities, different activities and experiences that you can have that we're pretty unique. We have a lot of cool places to go to.
Yeah, the top 10 hidden gems. Let's talk more about that.
Yeah, well, in fact, it always depends on what you like to do. So we actually go to Michigan.org quite often when we're looking for hidden gems. We literally have some stories titled that. So what we usually recommend are places like, let's say, Akiak Falls, which you might not even have ever heard of before, but it's near Rogers City or Alpena, you know, way up in that, or the, actually, yeah, I gotta do it this way.
Yeah.
This, I got it wrong. Yeah, so way up in that area of the northeast part of the Lower Peninsula.
Right.
And it is the biggest waterfall in the Lower Peninsula of Michigan.
Oh.
It has a really nice trail as well. So if you have accessibility issues and you're in a wheelchair, for instance, you can get right down into that water in a unique fashion. So it's a cool thing. And if you're on that area called the Sunrise Side, make sure to stop at places on the way up there like Oscoda. They still have those cool little places to stay in that have little cabins right on the water. It's a really cool thing. The Huron House or the Mai Tiki, really cool places to consider.
Yeah, the beach is just gorgeous there as well. Of course, we're used to the west side, but if you want to explore some of these places, it does depend on what you enjoy doing. I mean, kayaking and getting out on our waterways, there's a lot to offer there too.
I especially love kayaking myself, and in fact, a lot of people look at places like the Ausable River, which of course does actually go all the way to Oscoda too, but starts in kind of that Grayling area. They're known for kayaking and canoeing, so you can find some outfitters that will help get you in the water. They will even give you some tours in that area if you want to do that. A lot of places like that to find. In the West Michigan area, a little bit farther south from here, you can find places in South Haven, the New Buffalo area as well.
What about history buffs, people that want to learn a little bit more about the past of Michigan?
Well, most people, of course, will think Mackinac Island for that because, I mean, it's the where the War of 1812 started, the first skirmish, of course, but we have so much history. So one of the newest national parks in the state is south of Detroit in Monroe, the River Raisin Battlefield. It's not really well developed, but it's where a really important battle happened. It was a bloodbath, actually, but it's a very important place, and you should go there, learn about that. That's the thing about travel. You can learn as you go. You have a good time as well, and if the kids are there, they're learning as well, and they don't even know it.
Right, and it's beautiful everywhere we go in this state. That's right. So where can people go if they want to learn more about maybe a new destination? One of these hidden gems, where can I learn more about that and talk about it with the family? Yeah,
always go to Michigan.org and do a search. You can do a search for hidden gems. You can do a search for history, Michigan history, for instance. And so we package information that way to make it easy for you to find. And then, of course, we'll give you some ideas on where to go to find all that information as well.
Of course, campsites and everything else. There's so much we can do in this
state. And book them now because it's going to be a busy, busy camping season.
It sure is. All right, Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.